Okay, in this class we will discuss about the modeling of foundation and slab system in SAFE. So this is the model which we have designed in our SAP. So now it depends upon you what floor system you want to design at first. For example, if you want to design the base, then you have to give the elevation of the base so that you can start modeling on it. For example, let's see, if you want to export the foundation loads and grid system, you can export in a very easy way. Go to file, export, and safe.f2k text file, and if you click it over here, this type of window will appear. So when you see here elevation of objects to export, so it means what is the elevation of your floor. For example, your foundation is at level 0, your first floor is at level 4000, your second floor is at level 8000, and your next third floor is at level 11,500, and the last is at 14,000. So for example, if you want to export the foundation first, just keep the same 0 and select the load cases which you want to export, and it is better to export all the load cases over there. Just select all, click it OK, and make it OK. Here you can give the name of this file as foundation, and save it. So we will I will try to export 3 files, because we have one is the base floor, second is the first floor which have 4000 elevation, and next is the 8000, or 4000 and 8000, they are identical. If you have identical floors, you can export only one floor. But if you have non-identical floor, for example, your second floor is different. When I say the floor is different, it is not about the it is more about the geometry and the location of beam and columns. Okay, it is not that on one floor you are going to put the bricks, and on another floor you are going to put some cement or something like that. No, it is depending upon the geometry and the type of loading and the location of beam and column. Okay, so but what do you think? If you have same geometry, same layout of beam, same layout of column, the elevation will affect your design? Okay, SAFE is not going to design columns. SAFE cannot design columns. It can only design slabs, beams, and footings. So if your slab is at 8-meter height column, and if your slab is at 3-meter height column, will it affect the design of slab? It will keep the same. There will be little effect on the stiffness of column. Maybe if the column is short, it will have more stiffness, but overall the design process will remain same, because your loading is in the gravity direction. So even if the story height is different, but your loading is same, geometry is same, so it is better to design only one floor. You understand? Because in your building, the first, this is 4000, 8000, 11,500 and 14,000. It means 2-story heights are 3,500. So it is not going to affect anything if you have the same geometry and same location of the beams. Okay, so it means that in our next problem we will model 2 things. We will model the foundation, and we will model the slab and beams. Beam design already we have finished in the SAP, but this time we will study in more detail in SAP. In more detail means we will also study about detailing. Okay, now I export any floor you can export, because all of your floors have same loading. But in most of the cases, the topmost floor have different loading, because sometimes you don't have access to the roof. No one is going to the roof. No one. I mean, for example, roof is only for maybe air conditioning, or maybe for some other type of, for example, for rain, or for if it is located in some rainy area or snowy area, you have to consider the snow load. So maybe you have to model the roof, the topmost roof, as a separate file, and all other floors as a separate file. But in our model, we have all these floors with the same loading. So I am going to export only one floor. Any floor I can export. Please tell me which floor I should export for you.
So all I did, digital everything in the row?
Yes, for our model, because we have replicated the same floor everywhere. Go to export. So our first floor is at 4,000, next is at 8,000. Which one you want me to export? 4,000? Okay, 4,000. Select the load cases. Anyhow, earthquake loads have very little effect on the slab design. It have effect on the beam design, but battery is low.
Yes, because this is more.
Okay, can you put it somewhere else?
Here, can I put it? Charging now?
Okay, because earthquake loads have very critical effect on the columns, because your columns may collapse due to earthquakes. There is some issue with the battery. I don't know if we are able to fix it. I think it is fixed. Okay. So, but for the slab, what is slab? Slab is just the transmitter of forces. You understand? I mean, because the earthquake load is horizontal and the slab is, so the loading is along the plane of slab. So slab will mainly govern the gravity loading, or if the wind is acting over the slab in the direction. Okay, select cases. For the time being, we export all. Make it okay. Okay, and give this as a first floor. We already have one file, so I give a different name, first floor 1, and I save it. Done. So now we are going to the safe. This is the safe. I have already explained you how to install the safe. These are the tips. If you keep next tip, it will keep on telling you some tips. Just like the tips for example, some people have different kind of tips. Someone want to become beautiful, so they have beauty tips every day. How to become beautiful. So here you have the tips to learn about the safe. And if you are not interested in it, just make it okay. Maximize it. Go to File. Now export and import. Don't go to the open file. Go to import. If you go to the open, maybe you will not find that file. So import safe.f2k. Again, you can see you can also export the file from AutoCAD DWG. Can you see?
Yes.
So these type of files you can import. So import save.f2k. So which one you want to proceed first? Foundation or first floor? First floor? Okay, let's see the first floor. Make it okay. So this is the floor which we have modeled in the cell. Okay, let's see in the 3D view. What it is showing us? Oh, like this. These columns are just for the beauty. I mean, these columns are not will not play any role just for the calculation of punching shear and for the design of beams as well, because these SAP will not design column. You can see this column, but it will not design it. Okay, so why we need column? Because design of beam depends upon the location and the size of column. Similarly, punching shear also depends upon the column. Okay, now you want me to explain how to make a new model like this, or you want to use it the same? For example, this is the file which we will work. Now let's see what are the various steps. So again, the steps are similar as that of SAP. The first step is define materials. Okay, let's see, either our materials are there or we have to define them. Oh, what is C30? Is it our material? What do you think?
Yes.
I think yes. It is our material which we have defined. Okay, so this is the unit weight. This is the modulus of elasticity, Poisson's ratio. Anyhow, this is one we can use it. Make it okay. But before that, let's see the units. What are the units? Oh, the same units. Yeah, it is. When you export, it has exported. It should, or it must have exported all the things. But I'm just confirming all these variables. Okay, units are there. For example, if you want for the force kilonewton, okay, if you want to change any unit for the stress Newton millimeter, you can make a specific unit of your desire over here. Okay, and then go to define slab properties. Oh, it is our slab. Have you seen? So no need to define anything. Modify and show property. This is slab 125, and all these things are here. It is thick plate. Okay. Okay. Now maybe I will solve one more problem. But before I go to, because this is our slab is with the beams. But if you have a slab system which is with the drop panel or the column capital, so I will also explain you how to design a slab system with column capital and drop panel. I told you many times what is a column capital and what is a drop panel. Okay, so slab is there. Now let's see beam. Define beam. Oh, beams are also there. If you want to view the labels, just click here and labels, area labels, and in the area labels you can see what are the different. If you go to the extrude view, you can also see. Now if you want to for example, you can see the grid, just grid like a graph. If you want to remove this, just go here, click horizon, it will go. And if you go to extrude area, so this is the extrusion. Now, you know, this is your ball, these are the columns, and these are the beams, what you have defined. And if you go on the XY, this is the extruded view, you can see. Now let me see. For example, if you are doing for the because now everything is there. Now last thing, let me confirm the load. All loads are here. And if you click on any panel and you click loads, let me make sure that it has exported the values or not. So if you click on XY display show loads, live load, it is not showing the values. Am I right?
Yes.
So my doubt was correct. It means that we have to show the loads. But for I don't know why it has not exported. But once, because as we have exported the loads, it must have to be there. But they are not, so we can assign them. It's not very difficult. It's very easy. Just select all the model, go to assign, load data, surface loads. Dead load, I told you it is a self weight surface finish load. Tell the value. How much was the surface finish load? It is in kilonewton per square meter. How much was that? If you press shift and double click here, it will bring this thing in front of you. It is a calculator, safe calculator. Shift double click, it will bring this calculator in front of you. You can, for example, now your surface finish load was 75 millimeter. So 75 over 1000 into density of surface finish, we have considered 2300 or 1900. Now it should be in kilonewton per square meter. To make it calculate, it is 1.7 kilonewton per square meter. Okay, so it will come here 1.7 and click it. Okay, now you can see. Similarly, again select all, assign, load, surface loads, live load, direction gravity, shift double click. Your live load was 300. So again 300 into okay. So this is your live load. Now you have the wall load on the beams. On the exterior beams you have the wall load. Select all the exterior beams.
So I have to do this on all floors.
Sorry?
I have to do this on all floors.
So the beam on the right, down, you didn't click.
Which one?
Right.
Right.
This?
Yes, it will click the interior.
Okay, then you go to assign, load data, and distributed loads on lines, and here you can click the wall load, and uniform load you can give here. Yes, around 13 kilonewton per meter. Okay. Okay, loading is there. There is no need to apply earthquake load. There is no need to apply wind load. So these cases are enough. Now, what else you need? You have to define two one design combination. So we have now loads. If you go to show loads, make it okay. So now you can see these loading values. Okay. Now what next? If you go to, we have defined slab, beam, we have anything missing, load patterns. These are the load patterns already from the load. Let me see the load combination are exported or not. Define load combinations. There are no load combinations, so you can add one combination just for our own 1.6 live. Go to linear addition. Okay. Make it 1.2. Make it 1.2. 1.2 and live load only, and then make it okay. So this is over there. Okay. Now go to design and design preferences. Which design code you want to consider for the design? This is ACI 318. But before going to the design, we have material, we have all the geometry, we have to assign the design strips. Now, what are design strips? Design strips is that part which will be considered for your reinforcement design in the slab. If you are studying the direct design method or equivalent frame method, okay, which we have not covered in our undergraduate course, maybe when you will go for your high studies, you will study direct design method and column direct design method for the slabs with column capital and with the draw panel. We have two design strips. One is the column strip and one is the middle strip. Okay. So for this shape we have to assign the design strips. Otherwise, it will not be able to understand which strip has to be considered for the design. Now, the part of slab which is above beam or above column, it has different behavior than the part of slab which is inside the span. You understand? So we will assign design strips. Go to edit, add design strips. Now there are two options. One, if you want to give a fixed value, fixed width, that please consider this width like 4 meter in the x direction. Fixed, this is the value of fixed design strip. And in which direction? X direction, strip layer A or B. A or B, later on I will tell you what are these layers. And if you make it okay, and also make check include middle strips. Now you can see very small lines. Can you see? So this now shape will, let me make the view normal. Now these are the design strips. You can remove any strip. For example, you say this strip is very close, you can select this strip and you can delete it. Okay. Similarly, if you say this strip is very wide, you can add one design strip here. Go to edit, now add the strips in the y direction. Now again, these strips are very narrow. You will get reinforcement in every strip. If you want to make it more simple, again you can make it, but keep this type of design strips. So now you will get reinforcement in every strip. Every strip will be designed as a single part and you will get the slab reinforcement in that particular strip. Okay. Now anything else? Now you can go to run, and if you go run analysis and design, it will run both of them together. You have to save it first floor. Let's make a new folder here. Save and first floor. Save. Oh, what is this? A very beautiful shape. Anyhow, this is the deflected shape. Sorry? For example, let me make it. What is this? It means you have a very high deflection here, and as you are moving away, your deflection is reducing. These are the deflection contours. Okay, for the dead load, if you click here and make it 3D, this is the deformed shape for the slab, and these are the deflection values in millimeter. So how much is the maximum deflection? Around maximum, you can say here 5.5. 5.5 under dead load, only dead load. And if you go to display, show deformed shape, maximum deflection is 18 millimeter, around this much, I think it is at the verge. Yes. Okay, let's see the. Okay, now next. Now we have, if you go to now detailing, you have done the, if you go to display, show slab design. Before you go to the slab design selection, you have to check the, for example, it will show you the top bar, bottom bar, how much scale factor you want, and how you want to see it. You want to see slab, for example, like millimeter square per meter, or you want to see the total area of reinforcement. It's your choice. For example, we have done in our class like millimeter square per meter. Okay? If you make it apply, close. So now you can see in every step you can see the design reinforcement. So here the required bottom steel is 300 millimeter square per meter. I mean, if 125 millimeter is the slab thickness and steel grade is 300, how much will be AS minimum? 0.002 BH. It will be 250 millimeter square per meter. So it is 300, means slightly more than that. But if you go away, it is increasing, and at the middle it becomes 407. And as you go towards beam, you have the negative. It must have be there. Top steel here you can see. Negative means the bending moment is negative. Top steel is here now. Required top steel here is 267 millimeter square per meter. How easy it is. See? And if you now see, panel is small, so reinforcement is also very small. But